The calm before the storm. Feels pretty good today. Many people feel it, and they know the massive changes of the world that are about to take place. And from a point where we had a absolute barrage of solar flares energetically hitting us, and we kind of seen a little bit of chaos when it came to the weather lately. Now we're in a calm, but the energy that has already come in, it festers, and it builds up within each and every one of us, within the world, within the earth, and we are witnessing a lot of things that we can't control, and we have to prepare physically, mentally, and spiritually for what's about to happen. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach everyone what we actually need. This is a 1 year. There is a calm right now, and as we are moving forward into what we are going to witness, the transfer of energy, the transfer of wealth, a lot of different changes, and things aren't going to make sense. I will be discussing quantum time, fasting, clearing subconscious programs, and the person that you will be 1 year from now. So if you're on this right now, you know that there is a big storm that is brewing, and that storm is going to carry us. Now, I've shared this before. There are people they've been waiting for this new reality to come, right? People are writing, I can't wait. But in order for us to get there, we have to cross the bridge of incidents. We're going to have to go through chaotic energies. And in my life, to be here, I always joke around with my buddies. I said I was like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. And I didn't really know in my life. So what we see in our lives is depicted in the world, right? We don't know how to get humanity from point A to point B. All right. And instead of prepping, I saw a lot of nonsense in the past couple of days. All right. So I'm going to take it from here, guys. I'm going to take it from here. And the things that you need, are going to be depicted here. That they're maybe not going to be, I gotta be prepared. I gotta have all this, stuff for the end times and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's that timeline over there. And what we're going to do here, what we're going to do here, the chat's laughing. What we're going to do here is what we actually need to hit the frequency that is required for us to receive. And a lot of the things that you keep looping the same thing. Okay, I know there's people that tune and say, Uncle Mike, how do I get out of this loop? We all kind of get into that loop. So we're going to have to understand the deep energy that is coming in right now. We had the barrage of solar flares. Now it's calm. This is the calm before the storm. I've left this. I give great advice on this channel. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. It's better actually. Talked on our Patreon meeting the other day. And I shared about my journey, and the moral of the story was, the point I wanted to make was, it's better to be 2 weeks early than 1 day too late. And if anyone is hearing that and it's resonating like a bell, that's the answer. You're better off being 2 weeks early than 1 day too late. So, did you like that video, Spiral Spec? I appreciate everyone. Very grateful if you would click the like button in the now moment. This is a live podcast that's going off right now. Allows others to get on here, watch the replay. Actually, I want to start with quantum time. Which kind of does drive you a little batty, and I kind of felt it last night. It's hard to almost put into words, but the throughout the day, when these energies come in, and more people are realizing that the linear time structure is not real. Minutes can feel like hours. Hours can feel like minutes throughout the day. And you're picking up on this. All of a sudden, it's only a few minutes, and you felt like it was hours, or hours. It's only a few minutes went by. I witnessed this again, waking up. You might be a person that wakes up in the middle of the night, maybe to go to the bathroom or so on and so forth. And you know the rhythms, and you're like, something's wrong with the time. Like you're accustomed to the certain rhythms. So anyone that's picking up on quantum time, you're going to see things from the past come back. And a lot of these things, you watch my full video on signs of the timeline shift. Okay, you'll love it. Minutes can feel like hours, and hours can feel like minutes. You know the time is off. And you could see this. Remember, we're each person is carrying their own signature, and as you're interacting with other people, you're going to start to perceive that the time is off. Prepping the body. I would say this is one of the most important parts of this talk today. So I fasted over 24 hours. I share about my journey, and intermittent fasting is something that I do on a regular basis. In these energies right now, I was called to do a prolonged fast. For me, that is that I went over the full day, 24-hour fast. I could clearly feel and see the difference. My abs are happy about it, okay? But you might be called to clear the body. I was talking to my friend yesterday. I was telling her sometimes when you do like a one-day fast or cleanse, it's actually better than say like, oh, I'm just, trying to lose weight. I'm going to cut calories for a extended period of time. But what we're doing here, it's not about weight. It's about tapping into autophagy, tapping into the changes that are happening, that like if you are eating all day long, you can't tend, ready? You can't tend to these processes. I did full videos on autophagy when you're eating all day long. So because I'm different than everyone, okay? Some of you tune in, you're like, this guy's different. I actually started the fasting while everyone was participating in eating all that food for the Super Bowl. All right, so I know I'm wired a little bit different. Maybe you're wired a little bit different as well. So I like to watch. I see what's going on, but instead of drinking alcohol and eating all the food, I actually fasted, and I continue that into the next day. So, and I know there's other people. We have a tremendous Facebook community. I see someone, and she's posting her 3-day fast. So as I share with people, you have to know yourself. For me, the one day is good enough. My lifestyle's different. I got to go pound. All right, I'm going to go to the gym later. I'm going to hit the gym, right? I'll lift weights. That's my journey. So the 1-day fast, full fast, works for me. Some people might be called to a 3-day fast. Some people might be called to a celery juice cleanse. On my journey, I use the Clean Slate supplement to detox. So the main idea right now to prep the body, and this is important because you hold traumas that need to leave, cellular traumas, cellular memory. So that density needs to clear the body. This is how we're actually preparing. So in a world where people are, it's wild, but I'm getting the pulse of the community and other people, and we're seeing clown world. Instead of doing the inner work, there's people that are arguing over which halftime show they should have watched. While that's going on, I'm working on myself, not wasting a second of my time. Do you understand how this works? Do you understand? Click the like button if you're resonating with this. So while the distractions are going on in the world, right? You know, what halftime show you're watching, one thing, the other, or but where are the actual tangible solutions for people and growth? So right now, while the sun is firing off, right now where the transfer of energy, right, transfer of the reality is ready to go. I know you could see, Poppy, I appreciate everyone coming in the live chat today. All right, so these are the things that I'm here to share, and I know that people love the fear, PORN, and they could get a lot of views and stuff from it. In this lesson right now, I'm going to give you what you actually need. Like some people, they're going to say, "Oh, you got to get your go bag, and there's going to be it's going to be an apocalypse, right? And everything's going to come crashing down, right? And it's going to be gloom and doom, right? You have to prep. I'm going to teach you what you really need to prep today. This is how you actually prepare. T.J. Bacon writes, "No fear. Fear is a liar." Yeah. It really is the false evidence. And it's going to be part of today's lesson because you're going to go out there in the world and it's going to pull you into that supermassive black hole of society. This is the calm before. I'm giving it to you exactly. Now, I know you might be tuning in to me. You might be seeing me for the first time, and it's not like that. The what you're seeing out there in the, not the mainstream, but like the main fear-based social media. Like everyone's like a truth. I'm a truth seeker. I'm a this. Right? I'm going to post about the truth, right? I'm going to talk about the vision. I'm going to talk about, putting power. Nah, son. So in the lesson today, I'm giving you what you actually need in this quantum reality. Any person that's focused on this lesson today, you're prepared. This is how you actually prepare today. And anyone that really listens thoroughly, you're going to say, okay, yes, I can realize that this is what actually created the loop of my everyday life. So let's see the correlation. We have had a barragement of solar flares. The solar energy, the solar flares are connected to the human brain waves and consciousness. And then we got to get into the subconscious. At this now moment, the way that we prepare is clearing the subconscious programs. We're going to write them down, ladies and gentlemen, right? Mr. D is here, okay? Mr. Archangel is here, and class is in session, okay? Chronic worry about the future. Everything that I'm discussing right now is a subconscious program that is creating 95% of your life. So we're clearing the first program. Chronic worry about the future. Feeling something bad lurks around the corner. How many people you go out, you watch this video, you see these people posting on Facebook, this reel, you have to get rid of this program right now, okay? Feeling something bad lurks around the corner. When you're constantly bracing, right? And we all kind of went, am I bringing the heat today, Fit Brit? Okay, so we all have that. And in a post-2020 world, you're constantly flinching. Right? How many people resonate with this, right? Right? So you're flinching. And in a post-20, and I lived through this too. So this is ingrained in our subconscious. So you're constantly flinching. I'm scared of what's lurking around the corner. I'm the boogeyman, and I'm trying to get you. Right? So chronic worry about the future. Got to clear that program. Feeling something bad lurks around the corner. Next one. Judging yourself for not being further along. Got to get rid of that program. Judgment and expectations are lower vibrations, right? It's one of my original videos on this world famous YouTube channel. Are you new? I appreciate if you click the subscribe button. You could take the journey of our everyday lives and you'll be better by the end of the 1 year from now. I'm telling you, you'll be a brand new person. Okay, so judgment and expectations. So this is a big one. Judging yourself for not being further along. So in the world right now, we were building, right? It's called, ready? It's called the narcissistic energy. The narcissistic energy. What's that, Uncle Mike? So you're building your castle, right? And then the baby comes and knocks your work over, right? So you're out in the world. I go through this as well. And we're all seeing, oh, look at these people. So then you start judging. This is how we get into the loop, guys. This is how we get into the loop. We're judging ourselves for not being further along in the process. But maybe to other people, they didn't have their castle knocked down. And then you had to start building again, right? A lot of people that are tuned into this, they're consciously expanding. But the thing is, God is actually giving us a redo. God is actually giving us a redo, because like even on my journey, if I didn't have to go over something again, and you build yourself up, but when you build it back the second time, the third time, it's actually better than it would have been the original time, because you're taking, and this is where we all have to rise up as individuals, as the community, and be strong and be the light warrior. You're taking what you learned from the experience, and when you build it again, it's better. So we're as the society, we're seeing society collapse right now. Not words of fear. Oh, get the go bag ready. All this other stuff. Oh my God, here comes the comet. Oh my God, the supermassive volcano is going off. And so now in your subconscious, when you listen to content like that, ready? When you listen to, and I know it's the fear, PORN, and I love all that stuff. So now in the background, right, while all the wealth, all the stuff is going out there, you have this frequency. You have this frequency. This is the program, and it's gonna bring you back down. Fear that good things will end. Here's another one, okay? Fear that good things will end. Because in the previous, that world, that age, that narcissistic energy you kept building, right? And then you had your stuff knocked down. So now you have this fear that the good things will end. So now you start seeing a little progress, and then you start having a frequency of fear. We're going back to the bracing. I have this fear. It's in my subconscious that and you're bracing again. So you got to get rid of the fear that good things will end. And the number one thing that happens from the egoic, narcissistic social media, how you doing? All right. Constant comparison to others. You have to get rid of the constant comparison to others. That's not the standard of life. It's about your journey. And the more that we are connected to God, we understand. This is how you have to become enlightened, ladies and gentlemen. So we're not comparing ourselves to others. It's one of my number one YouTube shorts here on this channel. It's 1 versus 1. Always and forever. Because the second you go out, listen carefully, the second you go outside yourself, so there's this constant thing, there's not enough. There's people loading up all the food, all the go bags, all the thing. Oh, the world's going to end, right? Am I knocking it out of the park? Someone's got to let me know. So now all the people, you're going out there. Okay, here's the go bag. Here's the this. Here's the fear, right? Not going to be enough. That's your frequency. And now you're in this. Here we go. We're in the loop. Now we're in the loop, okay? So if you are on this message today, right, you're gonna change your life with our everyday lives. So every day, so you might say to yourself, Uncle Mike, how can I fix this so I could free myself? Okay? The subconscious connects to news, social media, and here's the key word, collective worries. You keep returning exactly to the same vibrational point. That is the loop. Loop again. Loop. So if you're on this, what you consume, we need travel bags. Yeah, we're going on travel bags, right? Because we're going on vacation, baby. So then there's going to be other people. When you talk like this, oh, what are you talking? They get angry. Okay, we're on vacation, baby. So each person, right? The chat's blowing up right now. This is why I've lived through this. It's really not a triggering video. I just sit back, I read the comments, I see where the brain, where are the people in the world? And I talked about how God gives you the isolation season. God's going to abandon you. Say, here you go. But, no. Nothing, nobody, no help. There you are in the wilderness. Do you know about the wilderness season? I said it before. It's never going to change. You know your season. In this world, in your life, if you're on this ascension journey, God is going to put you in a season. Know your season. You cannot fight out of that season. You must go through it. Humanity has been going through this as a whole. This is the cocoon. Listen carefully, until that Heinrich metamorphosis, until that caterpillar, you are a caterpillar, and until your insides liquefy and all the changes go on, and now you're ready to spread your wings, now you could rip out of the cocoon yourself. If someone comes and he's struggling and cut out of the cocoon, the metamorphosis is not done. Over the course of people's lives, they're in the psyche of the collective. There is this underlying, I talk about subconscious, right? Underlying fear. Now I'm talking about you. In that brain, you got to be a light warrior. You can't go to the narcissist, the trolls, anything else, because your subconscious is gonna get pulled in by that black hole. The subconscious connects to news, social media, and the collective worries, and that will keep you returning to that exact same vibrational point. If you're saying to yourself, I'm still in the same place, I need you to quickly, not tomorrow, now, right? Quickly identify, are you on MSM, mainstream media, right? Are you on CNN? Remember FNN? That was funny, right? Remember I did FNN? Are you on social media looking at, now you go to the secondary matrix. Now you go to the secondary matrix. And now you go to the secondary matrix. And then you wake up in the rising. And there's the guy on the Facebook reel. Oh, look, here, ooh, spooky, ooh, here it is. And those people might not like me. You're just doing it for the ego, kid. You're just doing it for the clicks. I got to be the good shepherd, son. You understand? If this resonates, I appreciate it if you click the like button today, because I'm giving you the answer. And it's good, too, because anyone that got triggered, they're off because they're not supposed to make it. Do you understand how this works? You get triggered, it's because you're not supposed to make it. It's always you. It's always the frequency. Today, in this information, I'm putting it out to the world. Anyone that wants to share it, this is the answer today. So when you are preparing, you're not preparing a go bag, because it's always the frequency. The subconscious will keep connecting to the collective worries every day you tune in. When you wake up in the morning, do you put the news on, or do you put Our Everyday Lives on? 9 a.m. Eastern, click the subscribe. I'm pretty funny too. You have to, and I see it as well. So, I like to just observe things, and I'm capable of doing this right now, right? I'm teaching from a place that I've done this, and I could differentiate as God works with compare and contrast, right? So when I go out and I see, and they're saying all this stuff, and they're pumping the fear, and they're pumping the hate, and they're pumping this, and then people go into and they say, "Oh, this is so great." And it's easy to get pulled into that. And the more every time I don't really watch mainstream media for the most part. I like to tune in every once in a while to take the pulse of society because this is my work. Once you've opened your third eye, it doesn't affect you anymore. I gave this full lesson. I was talking to people here, talking to my buddy. If you're like me and you're watching and you have the open third eye, oh, what's going on? What? You could just enjoy things. You have to understand there's two frequencies running at the same time. So it's according to you which one you're going to pick up on. If you look at the reality and if you're saying it could go one way or the other, this could be quote unquote good or bad, and it's so close, right? So that's why your frequency, this is how you actually prepare. You hear the birds? You hear? How you doing? You hear? You must break the loop. And the only way to do this, because when you're dealing with the subconscious, so for anyone that's new, okay, you got to understand your subconscious. You got to understand what's going in the back of that brain and your nervous system. And now we have a barragement of solar flares, and they fired off like never before. And now it's calm. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. Let's get a little sun. Let's get a little. Oh, there it is. Sometimes in life, God takes things away for a bit of time so you could cherish them. And it's been so cold here, and now to feel like it's not super hot right now, but to be in the cold, and then you realize and you say, "Wow, what a great thing! I'm so grateful." And all of us on our journey, we have to. You're liking the sunshine vibes. Sunshine brings happiness, and this is what's truthfully important in my life. All right, so when I'm out in the sunshine, and you take things for granted, but the greatest things in life are free. Yesterday I did a very powerful Facebook Live out on the beach. Well, that beach is free. Depends on where you live, though. That's why I don't live in certain areas down further south. It's like you got to pay to go on the beach. It's like it's too much for me. Nah, I don't need that Miami condo. I'm good. I'm good, bro. Right? But some people like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like peace. Peace is priority. You say, "Wow, my peace." Sometimes God will take peace away from you. Sometimes God will take the nice weather away. So in our lives, we have that, it's taken away for a bit of time. And when it's taken away and then it's reintroduced, this is where I've been sharing for a while. You got to have that attitude of gratitude. And when you live in the attitude of gratitude, every person right now, if you are tuned in to things that are the cool stuff. Oh, the spooky stuff. Oh, look at the spooky stuff outside. Do you know about the spooky stuff? Or if you're in, and so it's hard, it's difficult to get into gratitude. So when you're hitting that vibration of gratitude, all of a sudden, more starts coming in. All right. Like two people sent a super chat before I went live. I don't know who they were. I'm so grateful for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the two of you. Someone let me know, please. So when you are in gratitude, it brings forth more things to be grateful for. Ronnie writes, you got to be careful of the spookables and the heffalumps. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh teaches us you got to know about Winnie the Pooh. All right. Yeah, you got to watch out for the boogeyman. That's great. Laura has a great relationship with her daughter. That's great. And you know, that's another thing too. Like anyone that has a great relationship with their family, I know a lot of people that they can't have a relationship with their family because they're on a totally different frequency. So when you're grateful, you say, wow, I know people that can't talk to their mother or they can't talk to their daughter. So when and sometimes you have to be pulled back. So anything that you have in life, this is how we start to build. But you will probably, anyone that's getting this, there's going to be a time where everything was pulled back. Everything. God takes it away. God is going to put you on Desperado's plunge. Did you watch that video? I'll put that video up at the end here. I suggest everyone listens to it because that is the answer. I believe I shared it last night in the community tab, in the posts tab. They got to go on Desperado's plunge, bro. And when God puts us on Desperado's plunge, then we let go and we have a good time. But that's the only way, because if we don't fight, there is going to be this little bit of fear, and this destroys your life in your ego. And some people self-sabotage it. It's the fear. There's people in the world, they write like a, like a full book. And like the day before they're supposed to publish it or something, like they just delete it. There's people in the world that they won the lotto. This is what you have to listen to, right? They won the lotto. They won the lotto. And many of them go bankrupt because they didn't do the clearing of the programs. It is always, this is not the boogeyman. Please listen carefully. This is not the boogeyman. This is not the guy with the pitchfork running around with the horns. This is the subconscious. And there's nothing that you can do if you do not prep. This is what you're prepping. I know there's going to be people, well, he didn't say to prep a go bag. He didn't prep. I can't understand it for you, bro. You gotta prep the subconscious. Otherwise, you will never have that new reality. Poet Records, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. I love you, bro. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Brandy writes, the devil didn't make me do it. And a lot of the times, it's just lurking in that brain. Anytime I say it and a person gets triggered, you are the problem, okay? Because people always want to put the things outside of themselves. You have the capability of changing your life. We all do. And when we start to, we're clearing the programs. We clear them at a subconscious level. This is the truthful preparation. It is very calm right now. You know All animals are able to pick up on it. There's something massive. It does not mean, I'm going to go into detail now, that the supermassive volcano is going to erupt and put an end to all of us. But the massive thing is the humanity that's in the psyche, in the subconscious. We've never experienced abundance, a reality like this before. It's different. It's change. And in your subconscious, you identify it as a threat. It's good teaching today. It's good teaching. So in your subconscious, all the beautiful abundance, you're going to say, your nervous system is identifying it as a threat. It's a true story. I've seen it. I've seen girls, they could see the man of their dreams, and that nervous system identifies it as a threat, and they go backwards. So in the reality right now, the bills, you might have a stranglehold. You're experiencing things going the opposite way, and you could say to yourself, it looks like it's getting darker and darker, because what's happening is in the frequency, it's trying to get your subconscious to turn back around, but we just keep going. Laura Whitley, 369. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love you. Laura writes, so grateful to have found your channel last year. I appreciate you, Laura. I'm so grateful that you're here. Yeah, share it forward. More people could find this channel, the more people can improve their everyday life. So in this calmness right now, we are not prepping a go bag. We are prepping our frequency. We are not prepping for the eruption of a volcano. We are preparing for the eruption of wealth, of love, of abundance. And naturally, it's just part of our psyche, the nervous system, all this, look at all this money. Look at all this wealth. Oh my God, it's the love of my life. Oh my God. Your nervous system identifies that as a threat because it's change. And what is energy? Energy is the ability to cause change. And what just happened in this world, right? A bombardment of solar flares like we've never experienced. I know a lot of people have been taking this journey with me, right? 7 years here. And so wow, this has been the most. So afterwards, listen carefully, afterwards, it happens energetically before the physical stuff starts popping off. Afterwards, now that we just had the pinnacle of the so many solar flares, there's a lot of change. So what I'm trying to do is help people that can hear me. I know people will tune in. They'll tune right off because I'm not talking about prepping the go bag and all. I want the world to end. And okay, that's cool, bro. So the end of the world is the end of the world as you know it. And the preparation to accept an original video on this channel, the preparation to accept has to come from the subconscious, from the energy level as you're going through the ascension symptoms. As the linear time is collapsing, this is the end of time. I've done maybe 4 videos on the quickening. Did you see my recent video on the quickening? I started off with quantum time. Oh, the time seems off. I don't understand this time here. I thought an hour passed. There's just a few minutes. And then when we go full circle, and then who knows, maybe we went in a loop for a year, and then that year goes by, and it's like we went right back to where we were supposed to be. But when we went on this longest journey to greatness, when you did all that, and then you have to do it again, this is how God refines us, prepped us. Do you understand when we're being prepped? Prepped us so that when we do receive, you're just not ready to receive. That was why. People keep saying keeps getting dragged out. And the reason why it keeps getting dragged out is the subconscious was not prepared. It was not prepared. I could look at my life, and this is why our roles change. I know I could sit here, I could critique, I know where I was this year, that year, and I know when I had enough was enough. And those that refer back to the channel page, we could always go back to October. You could check those videos out. And from that point, we knew it was over. And now it's going on too long. So then it activates the Holy Spirit fire. And this is how God gets you to take your leadership role. Asky More Blue writes, "This guy's on fire." I appreciate that comment. Hit the Holy Spirit fire if you think this is a fire episode. And I am grateful if you will share this video. We are a grassroots movement. It could help to push this through the algorithms because I get it. I know if I were to sit out here and post the fear porn and do all this stuff, that's the low-hanging fruit, ladies and gentlemen. That's the low-hanging fruit. You're not here. If you're on here, and I do these deep conversations. We have everything here on this channel. You want to listen to the podcasts. You want to watch the world famous videos. You want to get the YouTube shorts. I put it all here. You do what you got to do with them. But this is the talk that I'll give you a talking. Okay, your Uncle Mike's going to pull you aside, right? I'll pull you aside here. Come on up here. We're going to hang out with Lily here. We're hanging out with Lily, right? We got the vibes here. And you know, we have to get these. We have to get all these. We have to have the divine masculine vibes, the divine feminine vibes. We have to have balance in our everyday life because some people don't have balance in their everyday life. And when you're out of balance, when the subconscious is not calibrated to receiving, this is not the most popular stuff. It's easy to complain. Which halftime show are you watching? So on and so forth. You get what I'm saying, right? But what the hard thing is to do the shadow work, is to go within, is to prepare the subconscious, the nervous system to do the inner work, to detox. It's not easy fasting for 24 hours. I did it. So like a physical thing, like a lot of this is the subconscious work and everything. I can't stress this enough. If you do a 24-hour fast, it really, telling you, give your body a chance. Give your body a chance. I love you too, Tanya. Thanks for being here. Oh, the whole family's coming here. I appreciate you. All right. What is this here? New England Dirt Roadie. The Divine Feminine does heavyweight squats. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, regardless of who you are, you got to understand your strength. I'm a big believer in empowering people, and you could get it from the vibe that I put off. So there's very weak-minded individuals, and then there are very strong-minded individuals. And according to your frequency, you will accept or reject today's message or any of the messages. It is always the frequency level. It's my honor, glory, glory. Oh, these are the glory days, glory, glory. Oh, I love this. I love the community here. The person you will be a year from now will not be or not resemble the person you are today. Especially if you find me for the first time today, there's people that are doing this work, but humanity, this is a big change that's happening this year. This is year one. The person you will be 1 year from now will not resemble the person that you are today. There's people that have been watching me on my journey. They can see the growth. I leave transparency because this is the truthful ascension process. So when you're here, okay, that's tremendous, Lisa. When you're here, yeah, strong men like strong women. It's just how it is. Strength, you got to understand strength, ladies and gentlemen. And the more strong, okay, we're also going to share my motivational speech, The Path of the Warrior. Okay, better to be a warrior in a garden. I just sit in a garden. I don't do anything, right? Be a warrior, right, in a garden, than a gardener in a war. So when you are the gardener and the war pops off and it's weak, again, it's just about your frequency. Be the warrior in the garden. I don't go out, right? It doesn't mean you got to, all this other stuff. You're just strong. And when you're strong and your nervous system is nice and strong, you just sit in a garden. Don't be the gardener in the war. Because the gardener is going to be lost, the warrior, in about 3.5 seconds. We move on to the next thing. So, and you won't be recognizable. And the way that I review my journey, and I could look back, and where was I when I started this? Where was I when I put out my first video? Where was I mentally, spiritually, so on and so forth? What was my day-to-day beliefs? What was my day-to-day activities? Everything's different now. And this is you have to be patient with other people, because the people that they are today, they're also on their journey, and we're all, you cannot, you have to be understanding to people that they have not seen the light of day. They never saw the light of day. They only know mainstream media. If you're here on YouTube, there's a reason. Do you understand this? There are people that never saw anything but mainstream media. They have no clue. So, and for years, when you have detoxed, you get rid of the fear, all this other stuff, you could be reintroduced. Now you see the bigger picture. Now you're not overwhelmed with fear, riddled with fear. And there are certain things that I know, or I live by today. Years ago, I said, "What is this guy talking about here? What is this guy talking about?" It's just the truth, right? So we have to have transparency. I said, "What is this guy talking about?" So if you are one of those people that you tuned in today, and you're interested. You're interested. You're not triggered. You're interested. It's very difficult to teach the truthful ascension journey in a world of people that spiritually bypass. Put the power outside of them. Give me the magical thing. I did the full video yesterday. I saw these two commercials come out, like, very close to one another. And I said, this is the answer to the societal problems. Check yesterday's video out. Check out yesterday's Facebook Live. And I appreciate the community support. The greatest support of all is if you click the like button and click the subscribe button if you haven't, and share the video with other people. And if you listen, this is information that is going to help you. It's easy, low-hanging fruit to say, pack the go bag. Oh, this guy, look at this guy. This guy, he's not concerned. Okay, so you could be concerned. You do that. I gotta push this forward, right? And you guys could push this forward. Absolutely. Ronnie writes, people are rude. It is their own insecurities. I love you, Ronnie. And we're all seeing this. So again, there are, and you will see this. So as the solar flares have popped off, full videos on the channel page about them. It's going to bring a lot up. You are going to see strangers pop up to love you and give you help. So go back to today's lesson. Don't like brace yourself waiting for the thing around the corner. This is divine timing for these connections. And then there could be people that pop up and they get a little triggered. The energy is high right now. So all of this is coming up. This is your ascension journey. You are ready for the abundance. You're ready for these things. Oh, it's time, baby. And this is the calm before the storm. And this is how you truthfully prepare. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Yeah, I saw a lot of that too, Poppy. I see what goes on the Facebook, and then there's other people like us that get it. We sit back. We're all gonna sit back. We watch Clown World, Poppy. Poppy, we sit back, Poppy. We're watching Clown World out there, right? This is what we do. Other than that, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing to be fearful for, but this is the preparation to accept. We got to prep our subconscious. We got to prep our nervous system. The energy's here. Now it's time for abundance. I love you guys very much. Check out the videos. New video up on Patreon. New live stream up on Facebook. Keep going, kid.